Hey everyone, my name is Randy and I am back with another video. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. So I'm going to continue in this video my honest review of the Utopia of the Seas, a recent cruise that Alisa and I enjoyed. When we left off, we were talking about embarkation and how smoothly it went, and how our first impressions and my adventures on the Flow Rider. So you may want to check back on the channel if you want to go back and look at that one. This is going to be a continuation of that video. Couple of things. First off, picking up from where the video left off, after Flow Rider, we went to the Windjammer. My wife was absolutely starving, and much to my absolute joy, they had not only 2 different kinds of shrimp to eat, but they had on the buffet lobster tails, as many as you wanted, and that blew me away. Disney Cruise Line has one of my favorite cruise meals, and that's their shrimp, which is absolutely amazing. Well, I can tell you, the shrimp on Royal Caribbean was equally good, and the lobster tails were fantastic. So that was amazing. That was absolutely great. And I do want to say this overall in general about Windjammer. You know, we ate there several times during the cruise, and in our opinion, it was excellent. The variety of food that they offer, I mean, is incredible. I mean, they have from burgers to hot dogs, and it varied, it rotated. They had different types of meats. They had lasagna one time I saw. I mean, the variety was incredible. They had pastas, they had salads, the desserts were great. I mean, just overall, Windjammer was very, very good. Highly, highly recommended. It was a very good experience for us. So from there, I went to check out the Sailaway party. And I do want to say this is the next indication to me that Utopia is, its goal is to be a part of a kind of sort of like a party ship. They try very hard to put out a party atmosphere, and it looked like a lot of people were enjoying it. They had both pool decks going to town. You know, a lot of people were having a wonderful time. The music was very, very much up-tempo. They had all the standard, you know, line dancing type songs playing, and people were enjoying that. So that was cool. That was fun to see. It very much put a smile on your face, and everybody seemed to be enjoying it. So if you're looking for that, if you're looking for that party type atmosphere, you know, with the music and all that, Royal Caribbean, Utopia definitely has that for you. And then the other thing that I really enjoy doing for Sailaway is the actual Sailaway. I really enjoy going to get those shots of the ship, you know, leaving the Port Canaveral and heading out to sea. To me, it's one of my favorite moments. I have several favorite moments on cruises now, and that's one of them. I just enjoy leaving land and looking at, you know, the open water and heading out to open water on a cruise ship. It just relaxes me. It makes me happy, and Royal Caribbean, you know, obviously delivered on that. So got that. So it's about this time that Alisa and I went on some like exploration of the ship. And I know I said this on a previous video, and I'll continue to say it, how just incredibly massive Utopia of the Seas is. It is unbelievable. I mean, when you get to Central Park, okay? When you get to Central Park, your whole concept of a cruise ship is going to change, okay? Because yes, all those plants are actual plants. They're not plastic, they're not artificial, they're plants out in the middle of this cruise ship, and it's amazing. And I think I showed you already Playmakers and the boardwalk area of Utopia. That was amazing. But the next thing that I want to talk about is something I was concerned about going into the cruise. And that is whether or not, Alisa and I, we really enjoy games. We enjoy games, we enjoy contests, especially trivia. My wife is amazing at trivia. She remembers the most useless stuff ever, and she's awesome at it. Me, not so much, but Alisa's fantastic. And we really enjoy, you know, going to all the little trivia. So we were kind of concerned about, you know, Disney does a great job with their trivia, okay, which we've won several times there. And I'll be honest with you, Carnival Cruise Line did a good job with their little games that they played. They had some really fun games too. So right away we went to, you know, the first trivia game, and it was entertaining, it was fun. I was a little bit disappointed because instead of the medallion style that Disney gives you, Disney gives you a Disney character, you know, with the little gold, you know, it's plastic or whatever, but still, it's nice to have. But instead of doing that, Royal Caribbean, on some of the different contests and the trivias, they'll give you like a little keychain, a little yellow keychain is what we got. And that's cool and all that. So I was a little bit disappointed. I was hoping that we would end up getting a medallion. And of course, there she is. We got this little beauty. We played, and I don't remember the exact name of the game, but basically, you use your cell phone. And everybody gets onto this little site that they have, and it's just random things of trivia. And it goes from movies to music to, you know, geography or whatever. And we had a blast. We had a great time. And there were several games that we just absolutely enjoyed. So I want to commend Royal Caribbean on their games and their opportunities for entertainment when it comes to that. The variety was spot on, and we had an amazing time. We had a great time with it. So again, those of you that like that kind of stuff, the trivia games and the little contests that they have, I can tell you now, it's 2 thumbs up for Royal Caribbean on Utopia to Seas. We had a great time doing that. The next thing I want to talk about is just how friendly everybody was. And Alisa, it's like a running joke now in the family. When I was in line for Full Rider, there was other people in line. And I think on my Flow Rider video that I have, you can actually see the young lady. She has like a black bathing suit. Anyway, while I was in line, you know, we just, you know, start up a little conversation, you know, have you done this before type thing. And we ended up talking a little bit, introduced ourselves and whatnot. And they were just really, really nice. It was just really, it was cool. And that happened to me over and over on this cruise. Like Alisa and I would be at the bar, you know, looking for a drink or whatever. And we had LSU lanyards, okay? That's what we bought for our room key. And so many times, just complete strangers just came up to me and said, hey, well, you know, what you think you're going to do? Because, of course, LSU was playing against Clemson that night. And, you know, they were, how you think LSU is going to do and that kind of stuff. And just time after time, you know, just people were just friendly. And, of course, the crew was so incredibly nice and kind and friendly and helpful. So, I mean, you just can't help but smile, you know, you just, people, everybody's in a good mood. Just the overall vibe that we had on Utopia was just great. People were very courteous, you know, people said, excuse me and thank you. And again, just the vibe was just absolutely great. So the next thing I want to talk about is the room. And I've already done a full room video, a review, tour, etc. On the channel. So if you want to go back and look at that, I show you all everything about the room. I've got some clips of it here for you. We had an inside room because it was, you know, the lesser expensive of some of the other rooms. And I'll be honest with you, I think I'm winning Alisa over when it comes to interior rooms. My wife enjoys the darkness of an interior room. It helps her sleep. She's you know, obviously if I get a balcony, I don't think she'll be upset, but I just think that she's really starting to enjoy interior rooms. And so my big concern going into Utopia to Seas and Royal Caribbean is of course the bed. I need a soft bed, okay? If it's a brick, I'm not going to sleep very well. So I was concerned. Disney has amazing beds. Their beds are soft and comfortable. So I was very, very pleasantly surprised with the quality and the comfort on the bed in our room on the Utopia to Seas. It was like almost perfect. It had the right amount of softness, but yet Alisa said it was firm enough to kind of, help her sleep too, because Alisa's, of course, has the opposite. She likes a firm bed. So the bed was amazing. The other thing I want to give kudos to Royal Caribbean about, and this is a direct jab at Disney, the amount of storage that you have in that room. From the drawers to the closets, under the bed, the storage space was absolutely amazing. So much better than on the Wish. The Disney Wish is lacking in storage, in our opinion. Also, the amount of connections, the ports, the USB-Cs, the regular plug-ins, all over the room. Excellent job, Royal Caribbean and Utopia to Seas. So that, if you're looking for all that, it's all there. Again, big thumbs up. Bathroom was very, very nice. Stand-up shower was very roomy, and everything that you need there. I will, of course, have to admit that Disney does it a little bit better with the separate bathroom that you have, and of course the bathtub, because of the family, the children type thing. So I'm gonna give kudos to Disney on that. But for Alisa and I, we thoroughly enjoyed the bathroom and the space, and all of the room was very, very good. It was very well done. So again, just nothing but positives on Royal Caribbean. So I want to wrap up this video by talking about probably my wife's favorite thing. You see, about halfway through embarkation, or toward the end of the first day, Alisa and I were talking, and after we ate, and after we got in the room, and so on, and we did a couple of, like I said, we did a little tour of the ship. They had all the Sailaway parties going on. They had the DJs playing in the promenade, which was all great. But Alisa told me it was almost too much for her. There was too much activity, too much noise, so to speak, too much music, and she said it was kind of getting to her until I took her to the Solarium. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you right now, for those of you that's like Alisa and I, a little older, okay, no kids, and you want to be able to go somewhere and just relax in somewhat silence, the Solarium is going to be your happy place. As soon as we walked into the Solarium, and I said, "Here you go, baby, this is the Solarium," she was like, "Oh yeah." She was like, "This is my jam. This is my space." And I'm going to tell you right now, she spent a good majority of the rest of the cruise. We had 2 more days on the cruise, and she spent a lot of time. She found herself a good little spot, on one of the lounge chairs. Now, they've got the big, nice, cushiony, areas. Yeah, good luck getting those. All I'm going to say about that is, and this is a complaint that I have, you got to get those early in the morning, and it aggravated me because some people just put their towels or their books there and they left, and they were gone for like hours, but yet they left their towels there to hold their spot. That's bad. If you do that, shame on you. Don't do that, okay? If you know you're going to be gone for a couple of hours, hey, you just vacated that spot. Get all your stuff and let somebody else enjoy those nice chairs, okay? That's just my 2 cents to you. Anyway, Alisa would find a spot, and she absolutely was in her happy place. I thought the Solarium was an absolute knockout. I mean, they had a little pool area, okay? They had a little lounge area in the water. They had several hot tubs. They had a really nice hot tub right when you walked in. That was really, really nice. It's relatively quiet. It's closed in, so you don't have direct sunlight or the heat. It's air conditioned, and there's a little bit of music playing, and of course there's a big old bar in the middle of it, so if you want some beverages, you can go get yourself some beverages. So again, I know that, I mean, everything I'm saying is positive, but I'm just being honest with you. It's been positive. The Solarium was absolutely fantastic. Like I said, especially for older people, you will absolutely love the Solarium. The area there's a lot of room for everybody to spread out, and the environment is just absolutely fantastic. It was my wife's favorite spot on the Utopia of the Seas. So that's going to wrap it up for this video. I am going to do at least one more video in this little series, this review of Utopia, and I'm going to take you to Coco, a perfect day at Coco Cay, and just wait till you see everything that we enjoyed on that, which of course sadly is your last full day on the ship, but that's going to come next. And I'm also going to talk about the shows on the next video, all the shows that we attended, and we're going to talk about that. So if you enjoyed this video, if you found this video educational, if you found it entertaining, I would certainly appreciate it if you would give me a like, a thumbs up. And of course, I would really appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to the channel. I have a very small channel. I'm trying to build it, so your support would go a long way. It costs nothing to subscribe. Just click the little button right there, and that would really, really benefit me and my channel, and I really appreciate it. And one other thing, if you have any comments, if you have any questions for me about Utopia of the Seas or anything else, please feel free, don't hesitate, drop it in the comments for me. I will always read and respond to every comment on my channel. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for staying this long. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you on the next one.